rapid overheat alarm's gone off. I've opened up the engine bay. This is my engine that's overheating. I suspect the impeller. I haven't turned the engine off at this stage because the first thing I want to do is I've eased it back to neutral. I'm just going to put my hand on the faceplate of the pump. If it feels stone cold, the impeller's not the issue because that'll be lots of water. If it feels hot, so I'm touching very gently, almost certainly the impeller's gone. First thing we need to think about is if we're going to undo an impeller housing, are we likely to flood the boat? Now this boat's on outdrives, so the impeller pump itself is above the waterline. I don't have a danger of flooding. If I did have a danger, I'd have to take the pipe off the bottom of the pump and plug it with a wooden bung. If I was on a shaft drive boat, invariably everything's mounted lower, I'll need to turn the seacock off first. So isolate your water, then you're happy to proceed. This owner's really sensible. He's got thumb screws and what are called speed seal plates on the front of his impellers. Makes life much easier. So Kieran here is just going to loosen those off, and then as it says, he can do them just with a thumb. Okay, we've got one thumb nut left, and then Kieran can take the plate off. They're designed to just swivel out the way, but this just allows you to see what we're up to slightly better. As it wiggles off, you'll see there's a plate, which is what presses against the face of the impeller, a little rubber ring, which allows us to make a watertight seal when the cover's back on. So we're using the correct impeller tool here. What you do is turn the handles, black ones top and bottom, to grip on the impeller tightly, with the centre handle fully withdrawn. Now as we turn the centre handle, and you'll see the impeller will start to pull out of the housing with a bit of luck. Sometimes it slips a bit. If we're lucky, it will just draw it straight out. This one's being beautiful. It's just coming out really pleasantly. Now, if we'd had a proper overheat, this might be in several bits. The one good thing about having the filter after the pump is that all the bits, if the impeller are broken up, would actually be in the filter. Really smart boats have a filter before and after the pump. Now Kieran's got that beautifully out. He's just going to slide the whole thing out, a little pull now, and the whole impeller will just, there we go, look at that. And this one's actually in really nice condition, so it wasn't this that was causing the problem. Okay, so Kieran now has got an old and a new impeller in his hands. What does the difference feel like, Kieran?
Well, on the old one, this one here feels really hard. And here on the new one, this one has got a nice spring to it. So we can see the difference here when I'm just squeezing here.
So we're just about to put our new impeller back in. Here's a little gadget that I use. This is actually an oil filter removal tool, and it allows you to crush the blades slightly, and therefore you can slide them into the hole. The crucial bit is getting the bend on the blades the right way up. They have to face towards the exit when you're putting the pump in. So if you always remember, blades have to face towards the exit when you're bending in. So Kieran's just slided it into the hole there. Just a little close up for you. You can just see that's in the hole. Now what he'll do is undo the screw part, and while he's undoing that, he'll just gently push on the impeller and it will just slide itself in. The more lube you put on it, the easier it is. So there's our new impeller nicely inserted back into the hole, and you can see that the blades on the impeller itself are facing up towards the exit pipe, which leads to the strainer. So it's really important that you get this bit right, otherwise it won't pump properly and it won't prime. Now we've just put loads of lubricant all over the faceplate and especially all over the little rubber ring. That's crucial because that's what seals our faceplate to the pump. That stops us leaking and potentially stops us sinking. Lovely. Kieran's here is just tightening up our thumb nuts. Just work yourself way round crosswise and then finish off by going circular so that we keep the pressure on that rubber ring nice and even. We don't want it slipping. So nice and gently, and always remember righty-tighty for doing that. That's cool, that's probably enough. Just work our way round and that'll be secure. Now the really crucial thing now is if you turned off any seacocks, you must turn it back on, otherwise your new impeller's life will be incredibly short and you'll be doing this all over again. So seacock back on if you've turned it off, and then you're ready to fire her up.